The military wives at the event instantly assumed I was some kind of stripper wife, at least until they found out I outranked their husbands. The major's wife grabbed my arm like she was guiding a lost child, pulling me past the fancy coffee setup and straight to a folding table tucked in the corner, where two teens sat yawning. She snatched the ceramic mug from my hand and replaced it with a flimsy styrofoam one. "The good coffee's for senior spouses only," she said, giving me a look that ran down my ripped jeans with pure disgust. I tried to introduce myself, but before I got a word out, she had already turned around and walked back to her little circle. They whispered behind their hands, glancing at me over their shoulders like I was some walking scandal. My fingers tightened around the styrofoam cup, trying to stay calm. Next came the colonel's wife, who didn't even ask before grabbing my orientation packet. She handed me what looked like a coloring book for toddlers, complete with cartoon soldiers and a pack of crayons. When someone mentioned deployments, she acted like I didn't speak English, waving her arms like a plane and saying everything super slowly. Then the major's wife looked up at the wall clock, tilted her head at me, and scribbled something on her clipboard. "Do you even know what branch your husband's in?" she asked, not waiting for an answer. "You might be more comfortable with the teens next door." Someone actually offered me a juice box like I was 5 years old. I felt my face burning, but I kept it together, silently counting backwards from 10. Before I could say anything, the major's wife grabbed my hand and tried pulling off my wedding ring to check if it was engraved. Someone else pulled at my shirt, inspecting my stomach while scrolling ovulation trackers on their phone. Another wife pulled up military dating apps and showed me what happens when wives let themselves go. They started a group chat, added my picture, and labeled me a gold digger alert. Then they started gossiping about which overseas brothel I probably worked at. One of them even joked that I must poke holes in condoms. They passed around my wedding ring, arguing whether it was real or stolen. I clenched my jaw so hard I thought my teeth might crack. The gold digger comment really fired them up. They dragged me to the middle of the room like I was on trial and started listing every benefit I was stealing from taxpayers. One wife snatched my phone and started scrolling through my apps looking for dating profiles. They claimed I hung out at base bars trying to trap drunk soldiers. Someone even started taking pictures of me for a Facebook warning page for so-called benefits predators. The colonel's wife shoved my phone back at me and got so close I could smell her coffee breath mixed with perfume. "Which corner did he find you on?" she sneered. "The one near the enlisted club?" My legs were shaking as they closed in. The room felt smaller and hotter by the second. They backed me against the wall. The major's wife accused me of sleeping around during deployments. Hands grabbed my phone, forcing my thumb onto the screen. They went through my work emails, shouting about mail names. The colonel's wife dug her nails into my cheeks, yanking my face up. "Every deployment is your hunting season," she said. I was stuck there while they shouted over each other, arguing which base I worked at and dialing random numbers from my contacts. Then the door flew open. Security charged in. My vision went blurry. I wanted to fight, but I held back. The security sergeant froze in the doorway. "Colonel Silva?" The wives still had their hands on me. One of them said, "Do you know this fraud?" The sergeant didn't even blink. "That's our K9 commander. She runs the entire working dog unit." Then the base commander walked in behind him. "Where's Colonel Silva?" he asked, clearly stressed. Then he saw me, pinned to the wall by a pack of spouses. What the hell is going on here? The colonel's wife yanked her hand back like I burned her. Everyone stumbled back, knocking over chairs and scrambling like cockroaches in the light. The major's phone slipped out of her hand, still recording. The sergeant rushed to help me up. The colonel's wife clutched her chest. "We didn't know. We thought she was security." The base commander's voice turned ice cold. "Detain them." The major's wife dropped to her knees. "Please, it was a mistake. You assaulted my K9 commander," he snapped. "She outranks every husband in this room." Someone tried deleting their recordings, but it was too late. Security already had the phones. I adjusted my shirt, turned to the colonel's wife, and casually said, "Your husband's performance review is next week." She went pale. Within 48 hours, 3 of their husbands got orders to Alaska. They called me a gold digger. Turns out, I'm the one who signs their husbands' paychecks.